Under the Same Sky, From Italy to Lebanon is a joint collaboration between Italian artist duo Antonello Ghezzi and Lebanese artist Ralph Hage, curated by myself, Maie El-Hage. The project is hosted at Deir el Qamar, Lebanese University Faculty of Fine Arts and Architecture 4th Branch, and with the support of the Italian Institute of Culture based in Beirut. Antonello Ghezzi artist duo is composed of Paolo Ghezzi and Nadia Antonello, who are based in Bologna, Italy. We are all under the same sky, same in Italy, same in Lebanon, says Antonello Ghezzi artist duo. Their project, The Flag of the Milky Way, depicts the Milky Way galaxy. We all belong to the same galaxy, and so this flag is a flag of all of us. I am with you, I have always been with you, don't be afraid, is a love message from Italy to Lebanon. Nature is a Forest of Symbols is an art project by artist Ralph Hage. 7 digital paintings are printed on canvases and stretched between the trees here in Deir el Qamar. Underlying the force of her mind are the same processes that govern the natural environment, and the artist reuses imagery from nature in combination with text. The paintings, as they are stretched between the trees, invite a promenade in the garden. The flags in the exhibition here came from Bologna, and the canvases stretched between the trees were created here in Lebanon. In this courtyard, we can reflect, we can walk, we can enjoy, and we can be under the same sky that is both in Italy and in Lebanon and in the whole world. This is our lived and shared experience. Under the Same Sky, From Italy to Lebanon. The artists Paolo Ghezzi, Nadia Antonello, and Ralph Hage, and myself, the curator Maie El-Hage, would like to thank the Italian Institute of Culture for sponsoring this project, specifically Dr. Monica Zecca. I would like to also thank the Lebanese University Deir el Qamar branch, Faculty of Fine Arts and Architecture Branch 4, and Dr. May Karame for their support. I would also like to thank everybody who contributed to the success of this project, including photographer Rayan Haj for photography and videography, and video editing and audio work by Bassem Daw. Under the Same Sky will remain installed here in Deir el Qamar for the remainder of the month of November. We invite you to come and visit if you can. Otherwise, we are going to post all of the recordings, video and photography online for you to see and experience this project. Thank you very much.
We are Antonello Ghezzi, an artist collective, an artist duo from Italy. I am Paolo Ghezzi and I work with Nadia Antonello. Our family names make the name of our duo. And the funny thing is that Antonello is an Italian male name, but it's Nadia. Anyway, we are based in Italy, but we have a strong relationship with Lebanon, and that's why we are presenting in Lebanon a project we have done this summer in Italy. It's an ambiental, a land art, let's say, artwork made with flags, special flags we realized using a photo of the Milky Way, of a starry night, where you can see very clear the Milky Way. And because the Milky Way is the galaxy of our planet, so we decided to use this picture for the flag as a symbol that everyone can say it's everyone can use as his own flag. Everyone can hang this flag on the window, and even if you are in Italy or in Lebanon, because we are all together under the same sky, so it's a flag of peace. And Deir el Qamar makes sense because is a village where since centuries different religions live together in the same place, and it's called the Monastery of the Moon. And because of this historical symbology, we decided to bring our project from Italy to Deir el Qamar, because this project can be done everywhere. The sense of this flag is the sense. There is much more sense every time this flag can travel from a window to another window, from a city to another city. And so to do it in Deir el Qamar has much more sense, and we are very happy to do it there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Today is Wednesday, November 11, 2020. We are recording this artist talk to discuss our project Under the Same Sky from Italy to Lebanon. Joining me here today is Paolo Ghezzi, Nadia Antonello of Antonello Ghezzi, and artist Ralph Hage.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. I am the curator Maie El-Hage, and I will begin by introducing the artists. Antonello Ghezzi is an artist collective, as I said, comprised of Nadia Antonello and Paolo Ghezzi, who are based in Bologna in Italy. They started in 2009, and they work with both scientists and businesses, bringing art to daily life through installations that combine technology, reality, and poetry. The duo have appeared at prestigious exhibitions across Italy and abroad, including Lebanon, the USA, Greece, Japan, Bahrain, Poland, Argentina, Bosnia and Herzegovina, the Netherlands, France, and Denmark. Okay. Also joining me here today is Lebanese artist Ralph Hage. Ralph Hage has a PhD in semiology from the University of Quebec in Montreal. After 2 years of teaching as an adjunct faculty member, he moved to his native Lebanon to begin teaching at UZEC and LAU. Eventually, he received his tenure at the Lebanese University in Beirut, where he teaches history and philosophy of art. Ralph has been working on his art since 1983, securing numerous exhibitions in Canada, New York, Beirut, and Portugal. He has exhibited at Sursa Museum, Agiel Art Gallery, and 392 Turmoil 393 Gallery in Beirut. Ralph's art is represented in the collection of the National Gallery of Canada in Ottawa, Ontario. He is currently assistant professor at the Lebanese University in Beirut. I am Maie El-Hage, and I am an art historian and architect. I hold a Master of Arts degree in Art History and Theory from the University of Essex in the UK, and a Bachelor of Architecture degree from the American University of Beirut. I have over 6 years of teaching experience at university level. I am also an art journalist, and I have published in numerous magazines such as Harper's Bazaar Arabia Art and Home Magazine for Lebanon. Currently, I am contributing writer at Arte and Lusso, an online magazine based in Dubai and Italy. Also, I am a curator, and I have worked on several projects in Lebanon since September 2019. It is very nice to be with all of you.
Thank you.
We are happy too.
Also for us, the same for us.
Let's start by discussing why is this project important now and what does this mean to you? Let's start with Nadia and Paolo.
For us this project was first realized for an exhibition for the project we have done in Italy, and it was already connected with Lebanon because when we were thinking about the title of this project, it was unfortunately it was the day of the blast that everyone remember, and we were in Italy, and so we felt really sad, and that we would like to do something, but we couldn't. We saw the pictures, the videos of the city we love, where we have many friends, the area of the Maze, where we have been all the time, and where we should be after a few weeks after this blast. We were there, and we thought about the title of this project, which is made by flags, a flag that we think that this flag could be the flag of everyone, a flag that can be hanged out of windows of everyone in the world, because is the picture is the photos of the sky of a starry night,
The Milky Way.
Milky Way, which is the galaxy of the planet. So
It's our galaxy, so it's the flag that everybody in the world can say it's my flag. And so we decided to use this title, thinking about.
yeah, it's a way because the title is it's a message of love,
Yeah,
of hope. It's a message that someone can say to someone who is in need. Remember that we are here, we are there. When you need to think about someone, when you are sad or you have a problem, and this is what we think could be helpful in a moment like that. To remember that the sky is there, the stars are there. They are always there. And the sky is one. We think that our problems are just our problems, that we are under a small piece of sky, but sky is big, and we are in the same place in a way. And also because when you hang a flag like this outside of a window, normally people hang it outside because they want to show their faith or their nationality, or their passion for a country, for a symbol. They want to show that in this place, in someone lives, someone is there, and this is what they. This is a symbol they belong to. This is why we think that this project in Lebanon, in Deir el Qamar, a village famous for the history of the village, a beautiful village where many religions live together under the same sky. it's a really the right place, also because of this, because it's a monastery of the moon, no? And because we have been there, we have seen the small stone with the star and the moon and in the church and outside of the building. And we thought that this is the perfect place
where put our flags and say, I am with you, I have always been with you, don't be afraid, the title of this project.
Even if we are not there.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, because the situation didn't permitted us to come.
In person.
Ralph, talk to us about why is this project important now and what it means to you.
Well, this project is important for several reasons. One of which is the necessity of maintaining culture in a period of crisis like this one. I mean, we are in a period of crisis on so many different levels. In Italy, of course, they have the catastrophic corona situation. In Lebanon, we have that situation, plus an economic collapse, plus the explosion of the 4th of August, which completely devastated a very large part of Beirut. So, in a sense, I wouldn't call it resistance. I think it's too pretentious to call it resistance. But in a sense, culture must be maintained in periods of crisis. It is a form of, I will say it, it's a form of human resistance to the vagaries of history. which we are now witnessing. The second is that I really wanted to work with Antonello Ghezzi because their project was very, very interesting to me. Their project talked about something more fundamental than identity. Yeah? And I think that's very, very important. And this is actually, this was a very large part of my PhD was about the ethics of identity. And identity as a mythological construct, something that humans built in order to maintain their inter-individual social relationships, their social relationships with each other, and organize these relationships in relation to a particular environment. But before that, there is the universe. Before this identity formation, there is the universe, there is nature. And in a sense, in our very limited way, again, we don't want to be too pretentious about it, in our very limited way, we were trying to indicate this natural dimension by exhibiting these artworks, both mine and Antonello Ghezzi's, in the outdoors. A little indication of our natural origins. And why is it important to indicate something preceding identity? First, in order to say that identity, national identity, all forms of identity is something very relative, something historical. It has no transcendence. It's not transcendent. It's not something that should define us fully. There is the possibility of the universal. And when we say the universal, it's something that is more fundamental than either being Italian, than either being Lebanese, than either being any of these identities. And this is what we wanted to indicate by exhibiting in the natural setting that we are now exhibiting. And my work is in fact related to that. It's related to the organizing. We might talk about this later, but it's related to organizing the principles organizing both the cosmos, I would say, and more fundamentally organizing our interactions as humans. Such a project, to say that there is something more fundamental than these identities for which people are killing each other right now, is also important in the context of the crises, the several crises that we are witnessing right now, both in Lebanon and in Italy. If there is something about the corona, it has shown us the arbitrary nature of national boundaries. Corona made a mockery of all of these boundaries. And by the way, this was something that was witnessed and by somebody like Boccaccio, when he wrote his famous Decameron about the 1347 plague. And he showed, in effect, that all of these human constructs, how flimsy they are when faced with something as completely indifferent as a pestilence, or in our case, as the pandemic, such as the corona.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the most difficult periods of modern human history, and we are all going through it at the same time all over the globe. And it has caused a lot of stress, a lot of mental kind of stress, mental pressure, just the change in our activities, the change in our lives, the change in our habits, the change in our daily rituals and routines. has caused us to isolate from each other, has caused us to separate. And one of the ideas behind our project is that when moments like these happen, when we have moments of turmoil and difficulty, we retreat. And when we do retreat, we retreat into our essence. And our essence is reflected in nature. So often we do retreat into nature. We see one of the effects of the pandemic is that people, after we have retreated into our homes, we engage in activities, mostly in solitude or with our families, in the outdoors, being in nature. And we begin to connect with nature on a very, very fundamental human level. And the elements of nature are reflected in both projects. We can see in Ralph's digital paintings imagery of nature, trees, forests. Ralph, in a way, is kind of recreating the force of our mind in these paintings, and the force of our minds are reflected in the force of nature. Also, in the context of the site where we installed the project, we are in a courtyard. It's filled with trees, and we're outdoors, so we can look up into the sky, and that's where Antonello Ghezzi's flags also reflect the environment in which the artworks are installed, because you can see the Milky Way galaxy in the flags, and you can also at the same time look up and see the stars. So both projects mirror the natural environment in which the projects are located. It makes it really a truly beautiful experience, and I wish people can go visit it. We are going into a lockdown soon within the coming days, so there's not a lot of time for people to go and see it. But we did the best that we can to document the projects in photo, video, etc. And I wanted to talk a bit about this idea of remotely organizing a project from afar, from abroad. So I want us to kind of just share with our audience how we came together for this project. We already talked about the ideas behind the project and why they're important now, but let's talk a bit about the technical aspects, the logistical aspects, organizing it from abroad, from afar, being involved on site. Also, Ralph was involved with the installation on site, and just how different it is to do an exhibition this way.
Yes, for us that we are the part of the exhibition which is not there. It's very strange. It's not nice. It can be, but most of all because in this, especially in this exhibition, one of the best part of to do an exhibition in Lebanon is to come in Lebanon. Maybe in the other countries there's not this problem, but this time is the first time that we have something in Lebanon and we are not there. And this is the saddest part. And also technically strange because you just you send your artwork.
Yeah.
Okay, you talk with you. We are lucky that working with Maie, it's easy because we know each other.
Yeah.
She has been in Italy with us. We have been in Lebanon with her. It's not the first time she curated an exhibition of us. She knows how we are. We knows how she is, and so it's easy. It's easier because there is we trust in Maie, and this is helpful. But,
yes, because you cannot be there installing, so you need people in which you trust and with which you can speak easily, but also Yeah, because you know you cannot be there in person, so you have just to send an artwork.
Yeah,
And interesting fact after this new kind of exhibition, let me think about also the dimensions and the direction, because sometimes you cannot be there in person. So
when you do
flex, for example, is a very good material to send, because you can hold and send easily, and just clearly say how to install.
Yeah, you give the instruction, but so this is another thing that normally we don't think about when you do an artwork.
No.
And also it's also because also installing an artwork for us, at least, it's part of it is part of the artwork,
Yeah.
or the process. So it's something that it's more complicated. Sometimes it can be difficult, but it's part of the process. And
also in this case, you cannot improvise, make some this decision. Maybe looking at the places, say, maybe I can change. No, in this case, you have to have a clear idea, and that's it. You cannot change.
Yeah, and also it's not easy to say. For example, when you send me the picture, do you like it or not? To say something, you have to the good to be to have this kind of relationship with you, May. It's good because sometimes it's not easy to say I don't like it or do it again, because it's not how we work, giving order to people doing something that we don't like. But you have to do it because you need to be fast, because there is someone there waiting for your response
and working for you.
Working for you, and you want to be kind, but you also want to give their instructions, and it's nice. This is also there's a positive thing now. If I have, now I'm thinking that there's something positive, which is the trust that you have to give to someone else. This new kind of way to make an exhibition. It's more related to the relationship. Even if we are so far, we are not there. But this project has really been made by all of us. And without the help of someone else, it was impossible.
But we for sure say a big thank you for Maie and also Ralph, because yes, the exhibition was made by all of us, but actually they made also our exhibition.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you also because you always wanted to do it, even there was the coronavirus, the explosion, the crisis, so the rain, everything, and the lockdown in Deir el Qamar. But you continued, you never gave up, and so we have to thank you so much because you could, and also thanks to the Italian Institute of Culture, the Istituto Italiano di Cultura, grazie, grazie mille. It's really a great honor to be there with the Italian Institute of Culture and the village of Deir el Qamar, and of course the Lebanese University who hosted us.
Yes, thank you guys. Really, it was really beautiful to kind of come together as a team, remotely from abroad, and together here in Lebanon with Dr. Ralph. And So it was really, I felt really our ideas came together, our hearts were in sync, you know. We kind of made this project happen, even though we were very short on time and between one lockdown and the other. And so I just want to say thank you for believing in this project, and thank you, Dr. Ralph, also for.
Actually, you know, we're mutually thanking each other, but I think I really want to thank you, Maie. She went through enormous stress in order to make this happen because of the enormously problematic issues, including, you know, several lockdowns, including all of the problems that she had to face. Yeah, thank you, Maie.
Thank you, guys. And thank you to the Italian Institute of Culture, Dr. Monica Zecca. Thank you so much for supporting our project. And thank you to the Lebanese University Deir el Qamar Branch 4 of the Faculty of Fine Arts and Architecture, and Dr. Maie Karame for hosting the project in the courtyard. This has been a real pleasure, and we're looking forward to sharing a lot of material in the upcoming days with our audience, so you can follow our project and see it online. Also, if you can visit the Lebanese University in Deir el Qamar, do pass by. The project will remain installed there until the end of November. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.